How to improve your running in 1 day. So, interesting little topic. How to get rapid results in your running, in your athletic performance in little as 1 day. So, if you watched my previous video on, I just haven't had much time to run, and I've been making time in the morning, and my mileage is way down from last year. See, I'm opening a new restaurant. I'm opening a restaurant right across the street from my current restaurant. And if anybody knows anything about my restaurant now, so we pride ourselves not only organic and healthy fare and being green and lots of vegetarian and vegan and a bunch of types of food, but we really focus ourselves and pride ourselves on more sustainable food. So, but we have a huge bar. We have a massively stocked bar, 300 wines, 300 beers, and 300 spirits. Now, I'm not a spirit person. I love beer, but I just don't like how it makes me feel. So I will tend to gravitate towards wine when I have a drink. Now, last year I didn't drink much at all. Previous years I've drank more, but last year I really got cranked my running up. The last 2 years I really cranked my running up. I put the alcohol aside. I'd reserve it for more of a special occasion and a glass of wine. Well, in the last month, since the plans of opening the new restaurant across the street, I have wine vendors coming every single day to taste me on wine. So the one thing that I really have not publicized is that I'm tasting wine every single day from these vendors to pick a wine list, and it's a lot. It's a lot to taste wine. Even when you spit wine, you still feel the effects of the alcohol. It's almost impossible not to feel it when you're tasting 30, 40 wines. There's some days I have 40 wines that I'm tasting to narrow the list down, and it's a lot. So I've been drinking on a consistent basis. I've been consuming alcohol on a consistent basis for the last month, almost 5 days a week. Now, am I getting drunk? No, I'm not getting drunk. But, if I have 2 glasses of wine, I start feeling tipsy. So my diet has not been good. I'm still vegan. Still trying to eat a lot of whole foods, but my diet has not been optimal. So my running, it's like I get out there to run. It's like the first mile is just like death. It's like, oh my gosh, I keep telling myself, why am I a runner, right? I'm out there running this first mile and on a 3, 4, 5 mile run. I'm like, this is terrible. Why am I a runner? So the other day I said, I'm done tasting wine. I've got most of my wines down. I just have to refine it and meet with a couple more vendors the week after next. So I was like, you know what? I'm done tasting wines. I don't need the alcohol. I don't want the alcohol. Alcohol is really devastating to your body. It's very dehydrating. It's the last thing you want to do if you're into running or into any kind of athletic type of event, anything. It's the last thing working out. It's the last thing you want to do. Last thing you want to do anyway. So, as the day that I said, okay, I'm done with the wine tasting. I don't need to taste any more wines. I don't need to even taste any wines in my restaurant. I mean, I've tasted them all. I this and that. I said, okay, no more. And that day, I went strict again on 80-10-10, which is a high carb, low fat, low protein diet. So, lots of fruits and veggies. And I started doing my pound of greens a day again. I think that's one of the most important parts of the 80-10-10 diet is the pound of greens. And I like to do my greens in the form of usually a smoothie. This is about a half a pound of spinach right here. And I'll do a salad too with no oil in it, with a no fat dressing. So I'm like hardcore 80-10-10, no alcohol. And I got to tell you, 1 day on that, 1 day of eating right, not drinking alcohol, drastically improved my running. This is how quick diet and nutrition works, people. This is how quick that you can make a turnaround. That's it. It's just super, super quick. I ran a great 4-mile run, and then I went right into a 13-mile run yesterday. I ran with my friends who always run. One guy's in marathon shape all the time, and I got to tell you, I was out there kicking butt doing this, running this half marathon, 13 miles with these guys. I was out there kicking butt. I went out today, ran with them. I was like on overdrive today, right? We did 6.5 miles today. I was on overdrive. I was like, but we run as a group, so it's just like I can't get ahead of people. But the last mile, I just burnt it. I just totally said, I gotta go, guys. I'll meet you at my restaurant, because where we park the cars. And I just took off, and without even thinking about it, without even trying, I did like a 6:29 mile. without even the thought. So once you're in shape, your body knows, your body's programmed to do what it's always done in the past. You might not be in that proper shape at that time. You might not have the proper nutrition, but when you add the proper nutrition, you see results instantly. So that's how you can increase your performance in any kind of thing, is with nutrition, and it works so fast. Give your body the right food. Now, a lot of people have no idea what the right foods are, okay? Because they're confused by walking into a grocery store, and they're confused by what the American Dietetic Association says, and they're just confused with what they're taught in school, and they're confused with what they see on TV, and they really have no clue of what proper nutrition is, you know? So, I mean, a lot of runners think, oh, chocolate milk is great after a run, right? Let me go grab a chocolate milk with corn syrup and dairy, which is highly inflammatory. And if you read all the top runners, a lot of the top runners are like, no inflammatory foods. Inflammatory foods are a killer for your body. And, you know, you start consuming refined sugar, that's an inflammatory food. You start consuming dairy, inflammatory. You start consuming certain grains, inflammatory. You start eating meat, inflammatory. French fries, inflammatory. There's a lot of inflammatory foods. And a lot of these top runners say stay away from all those types of foods because your body needs to recover. So how to improve in one day? That's it. Nutrition. Get on the nutrition, cut out the alcohol, and you will feel fantastic, fantastic, fantastic.